What's up, Ranger Nation, Toku Nation, and every nation in between? It is me, your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for Avataro Sentai's Donbrothers Episode 20 review. So before we just jump into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and aren't subscribed, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video. And with that out of the way, Ranger Nation and Toku Nation, without further ado, let's discuss episode 20 of Avataro Sentai's Donbrothers, shall we? All right, you guys, so I know I'm like a broken record every week. Every week I say the episodes are great, which they are really good episodes. I think we get better and better each week. And I don't know how that's possible, but this week was a really good episode. So this episode, we see Jiro. So Jiro, he is at his place, and he is looking at some photos of the young lady that he's friends with, dating, in a relationship with. So he's looking at the pictures of her. He's wondering what she's doing. He assumes that she is, very sad and she's crying. So then, the phone rings. So he answers the phone, and she tells him like, "Hey, guess what? I will be coming out to Tokyo very soon." And he's like, "Okay." So then we see him, and he's telling the others. So we see him and it's interesting. We're 20 episodes into Donbrothers, right? And the team is finalized. We know every team. We know all the team members. We have Momotaro, we have Oni's sister, Kiji brother, Saru brother, Inu brother, and Jiro. But everyone knows who each other are, with the exception of Inu brother. Nobody knows who Inu brother is. Inu brother doesn't know who the others are. It's very interesting. I'm like, so we're 20 episodes in and they still don't know. I'm like, when are they going to find out who Mr. Pupper is? Like, they don't know who the pup is at all. Nobody knows the pup's identity. So Jiro is talking to Taru, Oni's sister, Saru brother, and Kiji brother. So with this girl coming to visit him, he told everybody when he left town that he was going to be leaving to become a hero and lead a team. So that's what he wants from them. He wants for them to facilitate this lie that he is the leader of the Donbrothers. So Oni's sister, everyone else is like, absolutely not going to happen. Tara was like, you know what? This might be an educational lesson for him. And they were like, Scooby-Doo? So he says, since he's incapable of lying, what he's going to do is he's going to step away from the Donbrothers. So you guys will be a team together. And he tells them, once Taru left, that the team is going to be called Dragon Fires. So, Dragon Fires. Okay, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm cool with it. So let's pause here, you guys, and I'm going to move forward. So we see the Dragon Fires, and the Dragon Fires are in the park, in the rain, training. If I was any of them, I would have been like, why are we in the rain, and why are we training in the rain? Can we go indoors? Can we do something else that doesn't consist of me getting wet? Like, to know me is to know that I cannot stand, like, I'm cool with the rain, but I don't want to get caught in it without an umbrella or a raincoat on me, because I don't do wet clothes. I don't do wet clothes. Like, the minute my clothes get drenched wet, they got to come off, because I can't stand this. I can't stand clothes sticking to my skin. So Inu brother, we see him, and he's walking, and when he walks, he's in the park as well. So he notices, he doesn't notice, he's kind of remembering him and Natsumi. So we see a vision of them together, and she's just asking him if he was to be reincarnated, what would he be reincarnated as? He tells her, and then he asks her the same question. So then after that, he notices the others. He notices Kiji brother, Saru brother, Oni's sister, as well as Jiro. He notices them, and he asks them, "What are you guys doing in the rain?" Kiji brother tells him, "We're training." He was like, "Come and join us." Saru brother's like, "No, he won't be able to keep up with this." He was like, "I won't be able to keep up with you. I'm going to join you." So he does join them, right? when he joined them, he was able to only get maybe a few feet up them steps, and he said, "There's a cop," and took off running. He left their asses there. So then we see Sorrow Brother and Oni's sister. So Oni's sister and Sorrow Brother, they're talking to each other about Jiru. And they're talking about Jiru. Remember in the episode where he wanted to be equal to Momotaro? And remember, I feel like inside of him there's a bestial. Because they're talking about that. They're talking about that, and they're just kind of, they're apprehensive about him with knowing how he flipped on them at the drop of a dime. But like I said, I do believe he's a bestial. I could be wrong, but I have a strange feeling that he's also a bestial. The only thing that we haven't saw from him, what we see from most of the bestials, is the origami. We haven't saw an origami from him yet, so I can't say 100% that he is a bestial, but I get the vibe that he is. So after that, he got a phone call, and it was about an emergency situation that's happening. So this emergency situation, we see this guy, he's driving down the street. I don't know if he was having a heart attack, if he had to use the bathroom, whatever it was. He was just, just weaving through the streets. He wasn't hitting his brakes. It's like he was accelerating on the gas. So Kiji brother and Sorrow brother, they tried to stop the truck. That truck ran them over and flew them away. So then it's just Oni's sister and Jiru there. So she stops it, and she puts her hands out, and it stops. So on top of them fighting the Hitotsuki, they're actually going to be helping people in cases of emergencies. So it's a 2-for-1 with the dragon fires. Had to think about what their names was. So then we see Jiru. So he's telling the team, on top of them, like I just said a few minutes ago, on top of them fighting the Hitotsuki, he wants them to be there to help people in emergency situations, and he wants them to be famous. So then we see them doing a slew of things helping people. There was a fire, but Sorrow brother, he passed out in the fire. And then we see him outside the fire. He was like, wait a minute, how did I get outside of the fire? We'll talk about that in just a little bit as well. But now we're going to pause here, and we're going to move forward, you guys. So we see Senoi, and he is with the lady Cerebrin, whose name I still have yet to learn. So he's telling her about Murasami and the fact that Murasami is back. The council has told him. Now, who is the council? Because, I mean, we've heard about this council, I think, but we don't know anything about them. So Senoi is thinking that with the bestials appearing, that is a connection with Murasami. So with Murasami, I don't know if Murasami is an actual. So I don't know if he's a Cerebrin. I don't think he's anything. I was gonna say a figment of people's imagination, but not even that. He is a real thing, but I don't think it's like it's a person inside of that suit. I think it's kind of like, let me think, because I know in Power Rangers I know Power Rangers Super Sentai, I know that it's not a robot, but it's like, it might be like a spirit or something, because I don't think it's an actual being. I don't think Murasami is an actual being, is what he was saying. So then we see Kaido. So Kaido is talking to the Dragonfires. Jiru has made a website for them. Their website is booming. People want autographs. People want them to help them. He's warning them, like, you guys keep doing this, you're going to end up like Pinocchio with how Pinocchio lies, his nose extends. But they're paying him absolutely no attention whatsoever. So I forgot to tell you guys about our Hitotsuki of the week. So our Hitotsuki, he looks like he's a sumo wrestler. He's some kind of wrestler or fighter, because he was fighting with this one guy. I don't know if he beat the guy, and then he transformed into the Hitotsuki. So then we see him fighting with other people, and in typical Hitotsuki fashion, he absorbs those people. So it's like, okay. So then we see as Taru finds him and he transforms and he starts to battle with him, and then Kaido shows up to help him in battle. But the monster eventually disappears. So I want to pause here, you guys, and then I want to go ahead and wrap up the episode. So the others, they were talking about at one point them getting some kind of award. So we see them as they're getting ready to get this award. And then the Dawn Blasters appear for them to transform. They reject their Dawn Blasters, and then Kaido comes in, and when Kaido came in, Kaido burst their bubbles. Sorry to spit, you guys, but Kaido busted their bubbles. Basically telling them, so the things that you guys thought that you've done, it wasn't you doing it. It was Momotaro there helping you guys in the long run. And they were like, Taro? And he was like, yeah, and Momotaro is currently battling the Hitotsuki by himself. American Horror Stories streaming 7/21. Should I review that? So Kaido is battling with Hitotsuki. They leave to go and, help Kaido out, right? So then, where we at? Jiru. Once again, he loses it. I mean, he turns feral. He turns it to feral Jiru again. I was like, oh no. Here we go. So the others, they went to go help, Momotaro battle the Hitotsuki. So Murasame, he shows up as well. So when Murasame showed up, Sonoe was right there waiting for him, like, you're gonna battle me today. So we see them battling for a few minutes, and then the Lady Cerebrin, her bow and arrow, she shot at and told Sonoe, we gotta go because we're gonna be in a movie. I forgot to tell you guys that as well. While they were talking about Murasame earlier in the episode, a woman came up to them and asked them, would they be in a movie? How are they going to be in a movie and they don't know emotions? That's going to be an interesting movie. So, then we see Feral Jiru. He shows up, he's battling with Momotaro. And Momotaro's like, we need to take out the Hitotsuki. So, Feral Jiru, he is beating the hell out of that Hitotsuki, and he eventually defeats it. The Hitotsuki grows, and they went and destroyed the Hitotsuki. So, at the end of the episode, we see as Kaido is accepting the award for the dragon fires, and his nose has grown because he's lying. It was funny. And then we see Oni's sister. She's at like a store, and there's a magazine stand, and she sees her boss, and she's like, what the fudge? And that's where the episode ended, you guys. Overall, great episode. Really, really good episode. Solid episode. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I can't say anything negative about Donbrothers so far. Like, I'm 20 episodes in, and I've enjoyed every episode that I've watched. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications. Share the video. And until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.